safeties. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We're gonna walk around so I can show you kind of how things are. Look at that sign. Love your sign. We've got a very nice turnout. We got some despicable. Look at that. We got some good signs, good signs. Come on, baby. I love all your old signs. Do you care if I show them? Look at these. And all these beautiful people. This is America, everybody, by the way, just so you know. That's right. No Nazis, no kings. Take that shit elsewhere. We don't want it here. Love it. Thank you guys for coming out today. No kings. I like that, ladies. I love that. I think I like that better. Love it, love it.
Although we don't want to do that to them.
Huh?
We don't want to do that.
No. So we are in Lexington, Kentucky. We were in Louisville, Kentucky this morning. So now we are down here. Oh, yes. Oh, I was hoping they would show up. This is beautiful. Hold on. This is everything.
Misty said Crystal was in the video.
Big fan of you guys. This is amazing. Thank you. There's a silent action. Love it. You can say so much without saying anything. It's beautiful.
We love you. We love you guys.
That is badass. Oh, we have some people over here. Let's go over here and see what's going on. Okay, Trump is. I was making sure. Hello, beautiful ladies.
Hello.
Well, hey, gorgeous.
Hello.
Looking beautiful and fighting for justice.
Yes.
I love it. I love this. I love this.
Fun setup.
Yeah, I love this setup. Absolutely love it. All right, so we have different organizations that are out here, and we'll try to see what all of them. Hey, how are you, beautiful people? I was coming around and seeing what you guys are doing over here. What are we doing? Do you mind me asking?
Not at all. I'm gonna let her speak on this. I'm going back to my own table.
We are with a group called Gathering for Democracy.
Okay.
And our aim is just to call as many people as possible into doing the work.
Mhm.
We are not trying to grow our organization. We're not trying to get attention for us. We're
Right.
just trying to provide information, materials, encouragements, opportunities to everyone so that they can find the place where they can step into fighting for our democracy.
I think that's
the
awesome.
long and the short of it all.
Do you care if I share your QR?
Oh, I'd love it if you shared our QR. It's a QR code to a resources page that's still under development. It will always be under development.
All right.
It's
Oh, there's some stuff for
dynamic.
some of the flooding that we've had here, so that's really
Yes,
good if you
yes.
guys want to do something good. That is also a form of protesting, taking care of your community.
Taking care of
That
your
is the
company,
biggest.
people, building community.
Yes, building community is the biggest.
Is that
Ah.
for you?
I'm Summer Dickerson. I am out of Louisville, Kentucky. I do a lot of protesting and stuff down there. In 2020, when everything happened with Breonna Taylor and all that, we did a lot of stuff down there. I was actually a neighbor, and so we did a lot of work down there. And then we do a lot of stuff for, I mean, just everything. You name it. We are fighting women's rights, trans rights, everybody's rights,
Exactly. Like we have to
vets'
build,
rights,
we have to build
homeless.
a huge and broad coalition
Yes.
that says we believe that all people matter.
100%.
And we want to support each other in a sense that looks like community.
Well, and that's why, I wanted to come down today, because I was like, we had an event down there earlier, and I was like, let me come down here because I want to share. This is our state.
Yes,
You know what I mean? So, well, thank you, beautiful, for sharing some time with me. I'm going to let you do your thing. Look at this line coming in. That wind is... This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like.
So we've got more people joining. So it looks like there's a lot of different little groups that are coming in. Maybe they've done marches around and now they're coming back in. No hate. We don't want a fascist state, no fear. No hate. We don't want a fascist state, no fear. No hate. We don't want a fascist state, no fear. No hate. We don't want a fascist state, no fear. No hate. We don't want a fascist state, no fear. No hate. We don't want a fascist state, no fear. No hate. We don't want a fascist state, no fear. No hate. We don't want a fascist state, no fear.
If there is anybody in the crowd being a crowd leader or
We don't want a fascist state, no fear. No hate. We don't want no fascist state, no fear. No hate. We don't want no fascist state, no fear. No hate. We don't want no fascist state, no fear. No hate. We don't want a fascist state, no fear. No hate. We don't want a fascist state, no fear. No hate. We don't want a fascist state, no fear. No hate. We don't want a fascist state, no fear. No hate. We don't want a fascist state, no fear. No hate. We don't want a fascist state, no fear. No hate. We don't want a fascist state, no fear. No hate. We don't want a fascist state, no fear. No hate. I love that. All right. So as it's getting closer and closer, you can see the crowd is building up. There's more people. So far, everything's good. Everybody's in good spirits. They have their signs. The reasons why they're standing out here, united. That's right, due process for all. Because the next ones that won't get it is us. I know that's right. You have not been paying attention if you're not upset. Love it. Oh, yes, this is, look at that. Just fabulous. I love your all signs. I like that one a lot too. I love the signs. It's like my best favorite part. Pro-America, anti-Trump. So this is good. It's good, good, good. Nice turnout. Dump Trump. Don't need an autocrat. Facts. Let's go over here to the drums. Together, you know what I mean? No matter what or whatever, And I salute you for that. Your eyes are beautiful. It's awesome. It says ex-Trump guy. And you know what? I salute that. And he's out here with us, and I think that's great. And that's what it means. That's when I say you all, we have to come together. We have to come together. It doesn't matter. It only matters right now. I promise you all, it only matters right now. Well, sweetie, we're fighting for that too, because people are really worried about their different doctors and when they can get in and if they can get in. I love the drums. Look at that. I love that, man. No hate. We don't want no fascist state, no fear. No fear, no hate. We don't want no fascist state, no fear, no hate. We don't want no fascist state, no fear, no hate. Fascist state, no fear, no hate. Fascist state, no fear, no hate. We don't want a fascist state, no fear, no hate. No fear, no hate. We don't want a fascist state, no fear, no hate. No hate. We don't want a fascist state, no fear, no hate. No fear, no hate. Love that. Look at that. Yeah! I did a good job. I like your artwork.
Thank you.
Mar-a fuck no. Hold on. I'm coming to get your... That is fucking great. I love that. I see that all the way over. I was like, I gotta come over and tell her that's great. That's right. No fear, no hate. We don't want to live in a fascist state, baby. What's up, bro? Love you. Right.
You want to sit right there, honey? Wait till then. If you want a chair, you're going to have to share one right now, okay?
Oh, look at her drum. Her drum is beautiful. I'm digging the vibe. I'm digging the vibe, I have to say.
Good afternoon, Lexington, Kentucky! My goodness, what a beautiful crowd we've got here today. Give yourselves a round of applause. I'm thrilled to be here today, not just with 5051 Kentucky, but with a pro-democracy coalition of allied organizations. 5051 Kentucky, AFP, Bluegrass Activist Alliance, Peaceful Bluegrass Resistance, Gathering for Democracy, Progress Kentucky. All right, now we're gonna get loud, we're gonna have fun. But first, I want everyone to take a moment here with me and close your eyes. I want you to close your eyes for a moment and imagine that you are huddled with your loved ones, staying as quiet as you can. The sound of marching boots outside your door, a loud knock. You gasp. Your door bursts open. A man rips you out of your crying family's arms and traffics you to a prison camp in El Salvador. You never see your family again. Maybe you were an immigrant. Maybe you just looked like an immigrant. Maybe it was totally random. Maybe you were a citizen who was targeted just for speaking out. Now open your eyes and come back to reality. That feeling in your gut, that is many people's reality right now. And if we don't resist, it will be reality for all of us.
That's right.
Now today marks the 250th anniversary of the start of the Revolutionary War.
Yeah! Woo!
Now when the people of this nation fought and resisted, they were fighting against dictatorship, against authoritarianism, the very same tyranny that we now find ourselves facing again.
Unfortunately.
Now later, our founders wrote a Declaration of Independence, and they wrote, with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Unalienable rights, rights for all. Due process for all.
That's right! Yes!
And to keep it, they fought, they resisted, and they warned us further that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. The consent of the governed. For democracy, for a republic, by the people and for the people. Now, Benjamin Franklin once said that the United States of America would be a republic if we could keep it. Never before has that question seemed as pertinent as it does now. So first, I asked all of you, every soul within earshot, can we keep it?
Yes!
Because let's be clear, keeping it is not a guarantee. If we wait for someone else to plan, wait for someone else to organize, wait for someone else to take action or tell us what to do, then we've already lost.
That's right.
But I have hope. Hope because of what I see in front of me right now.
That's right.
I see a crowd of beautiful, loving people, peaceful people, but I do not see a crowd of people who are willing to sit by and be passive. You are here. I see a crowd of people who are willing to act, who are willing to stand up, who are willing to be loud. Get loud with me.
Yeah!
I see a crowd of people who are willing to tell this fascist regime that we will not stand by while we are robbed of the democracy that our founders fought an entire war for us just to watch it slip away. Liberty and justice for all. For all. Not just for natural-born citizens, not just for white men, for all.
For all.
Liberty and justice for all.
Yes.
And that means due process for all. Now there are so many things I could talk about today. I will say one silver lining of this administration is they sure give you a heck of a lot of ammo between protests.
Yeah.
But there is one egregious move this administration has made that I find myself compelled to speak to, and that is deportation without due process. No court hearings, no criminal convictions, just ripped from their families' arms and disappeared, trafficked. Mahmoud Khalil, Rumeza Ozturk, Mosen Madal, Yansio Chung, Alareza Darudi, Badar Khansuri, Felipe Velasquez, over 200 Venezuelans on a single plane. The list goes on and on and on. Kilmar Garcia. The courts ordered the government to give due process to all deportations. The courts were ignored. The courts ordered the government to keep Kilmar in this country. The courts were ignored. The courts ordered the government to return Kilmar to this country, and yet again the courts were ignored. The courts are currently moving to hold the government in criminal contempt for ignoring court orders. They will be ignored. And now our government is openly talking about exiling American citizens that they deem criminals. And they are trying to criminalize dissent. They want what we are doing right here, right now, to be criminalized. Does this look illegal to you? The senior director of counterterrorism said in an interview he believes anyone criticizing deportation is aiding and abetting terrorism. This government is actively trying to criminalize our First Amendment rights, but we will not stand by and watch that happen.
That's right.
And maybe without attempt, the courts will order them to stop, but I've got a feeling the courts will still be ignored. The courts are toothless. Congress, cowardice. The executive, complicit. Checks and balances are already gone. Make no mistake, we are living through a true constitutional crisis, watching our checks and balances fail before our very eyes.
Yep.
250 years ago, the people also didn't have courts to back them. They also didn't have a Congress to fight for them. They didn't have a government on their side. And yet they resisted, and they won.
Yes.
In our Declaration of Independence, they wrote, whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it. This regime has been making moves to consolidate power, to silence people, all while pumping out state-sponsored propaganda to keep us distracted enough to let them continue with their game. Well, I don't know about you all, but I'm done letting them play. We are going to flip the game board and make it impossible for this administration or any administration in the future to consolidate power and turn our democracy into a land of tyranny. It will not stand. I will not let it stand. You will not let it stand. I know you won't. We will not let this stand. We gather for liberty. We gather for equality. We gather for the rights of everyone. If one of us does not have due process, none of us in administration will face justice. Donald Trump and his cronies and anyone enabling fascism or an authoritarian takeover in this country will face justice. This story has played out time and time again. And I have hope because I know how this story ends. The United States of America did not want a king then, and we do not want a king now! We are a democracy, and we will remain a democracy! And there are more of us than there are of them.
That's right.
Far more. And they know it. They consolidate power because they are afraid. And people are waking up. Just 2 weeks ago, millions of people were in the streets. We'll check after, but I am confident today there will be millions more.
That's right.
Now some may still be asleep, but the tighter this petty fascist regime, the tighter they make their grip, the more people will slip through their fingers and begin to wake up. And when they do, we will welcome them.
That's right.
We will welcome them with open arms. Because this is a movement of the people, by the people, for the people.
Yes!
All people.
All people.
If you
All
take
people.
nothing else away from today but one thing, take this and take it and hold it in your hearts. Alone, we are weak, but together we are strong.
That's right.
And the more links we can add to this chain, the more unbreakable we will be. Talk to your friends, talk to your neighbors. You won't change minds overnight, but fascism thrives on our silence, and democracy flourishes when we speak. Use your voice. Use your voice. Don't ever stop using your voice. No matter what they do, no matter how they try to silence us, and they will try to silence us, they will have to drag us away, kicking and screaming, and even then, we will not be silent.
That's right.
All it takes is a single seed of hope to regrow the forest that is democracy. So plant your seed, water it, nurture it, help it grow. Y'all, there's going to be a lot of speakers today. There's a lot of groups here. Speak to folks in the back. We've got tables in the Las Plaza. Speakers who are going to come up after me will have calls to action. Thank you all so much for being here. We are making history today.
She said I could have a water.
What do you need?
A water. Thanks.
I think that one on the. Oh, it's open. Never
This
mind.
one's open.
All right, sorry about that, guys. So my name is Michelle Smock. I am a Lexingtonian. All right, so I'm a Lexingtonian. I'm also a democracy lover. I don't know if you guys are, but that's what brings us here today. So I get the great privilege of being a co-MC today with my friend Ryan here, and we're gonna just try to keep things moving along. But before we get started, I do have some housekeeping that we need to go over to make sure that we keep everybody safe today. So the first thing I want you to know is that the reflective yellow vests are our safety monitors for the day. If you see anything that seems at all up or suspicious, flag one of us down and we can make sure that we handle the situation to de-escalate. This is a peaceful gathering and we're going to keep it that way. We're going to keep each of our neighbors safe. So eyes up and flag us down if you need us, okay? The second thing... The second thing I want to let you know is that if you need accessible seating, we have some seating reserved over here and some space, so if you need that, okay. If you need that, it's right over here to the right of the stage. The other thing I want to let you know, at the very back, we have a first aid tent. If you fall and get a scrape, go get bandaged up. If you need any further medical assistance, please make your way there or have someone go there so that we can call the appropriate authorities and keep everybody safe today. Now, during the march, it's going to be very important that we follow the directions of our march leaders. Be looking for the yellow vests, be listening to the people with the megaphones, and stay on the sidewalks. Again, this is a peaceful demonstration. We want to make sure that we are staying in line so that everybody stays safe. We do not in any way want to engage if we encounter anyone who is counter-protesting or anything like that today. So de-escalation is the name of the game. And again, find somebody in yellow to help. And with that, I just want to remind you guys that the point of being out here is to get loud today. So if you're comfortable putting yourselves out there on social media, make sure that you're using the hashtag #NoKings for the No Kings rally today. Hashtag 5051, and let's let our voices be heard.
All right, thank you, Michelle. I'm Ryan. I'm here today first as a mother and as a teacher. I've actually seen a few students in the crowd, so that's exciting. A community member and someone who refuses to let fascism take a hold of my country. Right. We are not just out here today for show. We are here, because we are in the midst of a constitutional crisis.
That's right.
Trump's wanton disregard for judicial orders, due process, and fundamental human rights is a threat to every person in this country and a threat to the very foundation of our democracy. So, let's make sure that Lexington, the whole state of Kentucky, and Washington, D.C. hears us loud and clear.
No kings now! No kings now! No kings then! 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 No kings now! Protecting democracy is our vow! Protecting democracy is our vow! No kings then! No kings now! No kings then! No kings now! Protecting democracy is our vow! Protecting democracy is our vow! No kings then! No kings now! No kings then! No kings now! Protecting democracy is our vow! Protecting democracy is our vow! No kings then! No kings now! Protecting democracy is our vow! Protecting democracy is our vow!
All right, now let's get into our first speakers. Our first speaker is someone who has been fearlessly organizing to keep Kentucky's democracy alive. Please welcome Michael Slider, representing Kentucky Citizens for Democracy, a true champion for justice and accountability.
All right, let's go with a little history lesson. I'm a former social studies teacher, so if we go back to the age, 16th century was the age of absolute monarchies in Western Europe. People were not born with rights. They were granted to you by a king or queen, and they could just as easily take them away. If they did not like what you stood for, you could be here one day and disappear the next. Wow, that sounds familiar. All right? So with that in mind, the founding fathers met in Philadelphia for the first constitutional convention, but a lot of people don't know that was not easy to pass, that constitution, that the people demanded that a Bill of Rights be added to the Constitution, otherwise it would have never been ratified. With that Bill of Rights came the Fourth Amendment to protect our rights to be protected against illegal search and seizure, the Fifth Amendment that protected due process, and the Sixth Amendment that guarantees the right to a speedy trial. Now, I don't know about you all, but if you actually read the Bill of Rights, I don't think that those rights are just citizen rights. Those are basic human rights for all people. Okay? my students. I taught for over 20 years, and I taught them that because the United States had those Bill of Rights, we couldn't be like those other countries, like those dictators that would just disappear people off the street and send them to some modern day gulag. We can't ever be like that because we have this Bill of Rights. I wonder if my students are looking back now and going, wow, Mr. Slider lied to us. Because apparently, if you're willing to defy the Constitution, if you're willing to defy the rule of law, and if you're willing to defy judges' orders, you can indeed do that in our country today. Whoever would have thought it? Okay, so with that in mind, all right, we got this agency called ICE that is doing the president's bidding. All right, they're out there and they are disappearing people off the street without any due process and just sending them to prisons. They're deporting them, and these are people who are here legally. People who are here legally. I can't believe this is happening in our country. So. There was a guy, you may have heard of him, by the name of Thomas Jefferson, and I'm going to paraphrase the Declaration of Independence, who said that when we have a government who's willing to do things like this, it is not only our right, but it is our duty to abolish such a government. Not our right, but our duty. So our small group called Kentucky Citizens for Democracy, based out of Oldham County, we found out that our local detention center had formed a relationship with ICE called a 287G, all right? And we said that it is our duty. It's not just our right, it's our duty to oppose this. So we found out that what was happening was on this 287G, our jailers were getting trained, they're getting trained by ICE to issue warrants to hold them in our detention center. They do not have to go through a judge or a magistrate or a third party. This is a complete violation of the Fourth Amendment. We said this cannot stand. We're going to shine a bright light on this. So we went and talked to our magistrates at fiscal court. We held our own town hall. Hell, we've never done a town hall. We had to figure it out, but it was worth doing. We've been to the media, we've been to TV, we've been to the press media, and we are trying to embarrass them because Oldham County's detention center shows up on the ICE website as a detention center for them now, and that is an embarrassment to us. And it also needs to be an embarrassment to Davies County, Grayson County, and Bullitt County, who also have these agreements. So any of you out there who are with those counties, you all need to shine a bright light on that. And if you need help with that, go to our website at kycitizens.org, and we will help you get that organized, and we will help you resist that. No ICE, okay? Now, on a side note, before I walk away from here, you all, it's incredibly easy right now when you turn on the news. I know you all know this, to get depressed. You get overwhelmed just every day with all the terrible news that comes out from the Trump administration. It's super easy to get depressed. But let me tell you this, in dark times, it's that much easier to be the light. One of my favorite authors, Neil Donald Walsh, said that a candle cannot know its magnificence in the middle of the sun. You have to put it in a dark room. You all, it is dark times, and you have a chance to be the light. Be the light. Be the light. No life, no kings. Resist. Thank you all.
All right, I'm just gonna do on my tippy toes to save some time. All right, let's hear it for Michael one more time. It really takes courage to get up here and speak out, so we appreciate all of our speakers, and it takes courage to be out there as well, so thank you guys all for being here. Now, are you ready to get our energy back up with another chant? All right, let's do it.
No fear, no hate, no ICE in our state, no fear.
No hate, no ICE in our state.
No fear, no hate,
No ICE in our state.
no fear, no hate,
No ICE in our state.
no fear, no hate,
No ICE in our state.
no fear, no hate.
No ICE in our state.
All right, everybody. Thank you all so much. Loving this energy. I do want to let you know that on the backyard or back lawn, wherever it is back there, we do have a couple activities you can do. You can sign a banner that we have so we can have a visual representation of how many people are against what's happening in our country right now. Right? You can make a flag and plant your flag, whatever kind of flag you want to make. And if you need to make a poster, you can make a poster as well. But next up, we have Christina Tropser, an educator, fellow educator, a member of AFT. They've been on the front lines of grassroots action and aren't backing down anytime soon. Let's give a warm welcome.
We'll walk through the crowd so we can see.
Okay, so it's been a while since I've done this, but I just want to start off by saying I'm mad as absolute hell. I'm a social studies teacher. I've been teaching social studies for 23 years in my hometown of Barberville, which is in Knox County. There's only one family that lives there, and that's fine. I've had a hard time.
Good signs back here.
If I'm being completely honest, I feel like the attacks have been coming right at the center. I feel like that we as teachers, especially Kentucky teachers.
Respect. I like it. I seen that. I was like, I gotta come get it. I like that one too. There's some good ones. Oh, look at your puppy! Look at you. You got a protest puppy. He's super cute.
We stood up to that bully.
Still people. We're still going back. We started at the front. Sorry.
We were in our legislature safely, and no, they could not hide from us.
That sounds good too. You can hear all the way back here. That's good. Thank you guys for coming out today. Oh, we got another protest puppy. Oh, MG, look at that baby. Oh, so.
Even dogs involved in protests.
No, it's kids, dude.
Super cute.
Oh, yes.
Ah, beautiful doggy. Oh, look at, I love your shirt. There you go. Says it very simple.
Can't get through Kroger's. People taking pictures.
Oh, I bet. I think everybody can agree with that one. And then they got plenty of people on here, and then there's still people over there on the other side as well. And there's more people walking up, so this is awesome. Awesome. We got people on the other side. I've always said every time I come out and do something, I love the rainbow. Combat vets, vow to no king. I know that's right. No one is illegal on stolen land. That's right. Now look, that's some Kentucky shit right there. He's got his. I gotta see what the front of it says. You caught my attention. I was like, I gotta see what the front. There we go. I like that. As you can hear, there's tons of cars that are driving through in support, honking their horns. Tons of people on the standing there just holding their signs. They are going to do a march here in just a little bit. They have some speakers. Lots of puppies. Thank you. All right. Gonna slide back in.
Are you trying to look at it, Margaret?
Nasty women vote.
This moment. It's a biparty line, and it's about these groups, and it's an American issue. You leave here today and you find community. You go to your legislators and you tell them what they must do, not what you want them to do. On my way up here today, I came up I-75 and we passed Camping World with this giant American flag. And for many years, I've not felt patriotic when I've seen that flag. I have thought of it as a symbol of oppression and racism, because where I'm from, that flag is flown beside a Confederate flag, a Don't Tread on Me flag, and a Trump flag.
Yep.
But when I came up I-75 today and I was trying to think about what I was going to say and I saw that flag, I started crying, because that's our flag. That is a Brian Garcia's flag. That is every trans person, every man, woman, and child. That is our flag.
That's right.
We control this nation, not the rich. There's too many of us. There's not enough of them to stop us. Where do we go? I don't know. But I can tell you this. The fight against Matt Bevin was won because it was right and it was righteous.
That's right.
The fight today, it is right and it is righteous, and we will not let this stand.
I love Heartfire. Everybody, Christina. All right, a couple more quick little housekeeping things. I want to reiterate that at the back on that other courtyard, we do have some activities going on. We've got some quilt making that you can do, some flags, banner signing, as well as a photo opportunity with a board with hashtags. My calves are getting a workout here, so. All right, the other thing that I want to let you guys know is that Ryan is going to tell us about the, sorry.
We're good. Okay, so we just want to let you know there is a march portion that we're going to do after our next speaker, but not everybody's into that idea of marching for half a mile or so. So we do have planned to have open mic for people who want to stay back and maybe speak to a smaller crowd or have a chance to speak out if they're not doing one of our march routes, all right? So you can still air your grievances without being afraid of the crowd of 2,000 people or however many people are here, and then we'll have all the other stuff going on. So don't leave if you're like, I'm not going to march, because then after the march we have more speakers, so we've got a lot going on today, all right? Before we bring up our next speaker, I want to bring it up with James, our chant leader, to get us a little more energy going.
Education, not deportation!
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 Education, not criminalization!
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 All right, and our next speaker, I am very honored to introduce, right? Someone who doesn't just like to talk, they are out in the streets showing us what people-powered change looks like. Please welcome Mr. Whitaker from Fayette County NAACP.
I love you too. Our mission is to ensure political, educational, and social economic equality for all people, with a focus on eliminating race-based discrimination. This includes advancing policies and practices that expand civil rights.
Yes, he is, baby.
And eliminate
Yes, he is.
discrimination.
And he also behaves
not
like a
rolling
police
back
officer.
policies that take away our rights.
I'm glad you're here today.
Yep.
Are we now ready to stand and fight for everyone, and not now just because it's affecting your world?
That's right. You better speak.
Are we now ready to stand on business and walk through the fire to resist tyranny?
That's right.
No kings then, no kings now is a powerful declaration that speaks to the enduring resistance against oppressive monarchies throughout history. This phrase embodies the spirit of defiance, independence, daring to challenge the traditional structures of power that seek to subjugate and control everyone. It harkens back to the revolutions, uprisings, and slave revolts, where ordinary people rose up against tyrannical rulers, fighting for their rights and freedom. This serves as a reminder that the fight against authoritarianism and tyranny and oppressive systems is an ongoing battle requiring vigilance and commitment to ensure that power remains in the hands of the people and not in the concentrated hands of a few privileged. It captures the essence of rebellion, resilience, and the unyielding spirit of those who refuse to bow down before unjust authority. In today's society, the importance of diversity, equity, and inclusion, and accessibility cannot be overstated. We have come too far, lost too many lives, shed too much blood of our ancestors to revert back to the days of monarchies ruling with absolute power. A more inclusive and egalitarian system where all voices are heard and valued must be our goal. Lest the blood-stained sword from the past revolutionaries fades into martyrdom, only to be forgotten and stamped out by the souls of oppressive revisionists whose main goal is to uphold their unequal access to societal advantages by denouncing proportional inclusion and support with the intent of increasing economic disparities and access to demographic groups. The recognition of diverse perspectives and experiences is crucial in fostering innovation and progress. By allowing room for everyone at the table, we can harness the power of a collective wisdom and creativity. In the words of Langston Hughes, I too sing America. I am the darker brother. They send me to eat in the kitchen when company comes, but I laugh, and I eat well, and I grow strong. But tomorrow, I'll sit at the table when company comes, and nobody will dare say to me, eat in the kitchen then. And besides, no kings then, no kings now. Only equality, diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility. By fostering a culture that celebrates and uplifts all people, regardless of their differences, we can create a more harmonious and compassionate society and world for all. As we continue in this struggle in a world where power dynamics and hierarchies are the enslavers and bullies heralding unapologetic decline in human decency, compassion, empathy, and civility, this is reminiscent of a shackled past, especially for African Americans. The idea of no kings then, no kings now serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of rejecting oppressive systems, embracing diversity, equity, inclusion, accessibility, and love. In a world where power and privilege have historically been concentrated in the hands of the rich and the political elite, we must continue to strive to break down barriers and find courage to stand up against all oppressors and all oppressive systems. We must be willing to stand and deliver to create a more just and equitable society. We must vehemently reject the notion of kings, be they literal monarchs or symbolic figures of authority. By dismantling the notion of monarchy in any form of authoritarian rule, we create a space for individuals from all backgrounds that thrive to contribute to their unique perspectives. Embracing diversity ensures that all voices are heard. Equity ensures that resources are distributed fairly, giving everyone a chance to succeed. Inclusion creates a sense of belonging and unity among individuals from different backgrounds. Accessibility ensures that barriers are removed for those with disabilities or other challenges, making opportunities available to all. And the love binds us together in solidarity and empathy. This is the hour and time for no more excuses. Gone are the days of turning a blind eye and allowing anyone, regardless of social status, race, creed, color, orientation, religion, or political affiliation, to benefit from the pain and suffering of the least of us. Simply because it doesn't affect me. Gone are the days of sitting passively and quietly in silence or apathetic frustration because of fear to act, fear to defend, or fear that speaking out won't make a difference. Gone are the days of being selfish hoarders who hold tight to your piece of the pie like a G.I. Joe dog with a kung fu grip because you don't want to share or fight for the least of us. That is, until the realization hits that, oops, you too are DEI.
That's right. That's right.
Marching and protesting can be an effective tool, but they are ineffective or only used as a badge of honor to show when you did not care about fighting for others until the issue started to encroach upon you and turn your selfish role upside down. When we fight, we win.
That's right.
Embracing the principles and values of diversity, equity, inclusion, accessibility, and love not only leads to a more just society, but also drives sustainable growth and prosperity for all. By embracing diversity, equity, inclusion, accessibility, and love, we create a more compassionate and just society where everyone can thrive in the world, where everyone is represented, and everyone is welcome to the table. When we fight, we win. 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 Give yourself an applause.
I have to ask y'all a question, okay? A serious question. Are you fired up yet? Are you fired up yet? All right, that's right. Okay. So real quick, we need all of our peacekeepers to come up here as we prepare to kind of go on to our march. While we're getting ready for that, we want to hit y'all with another chant, so get those voices up. James!
Kentucky KY, keep DEI!
Kentucky KY, keep DEI.
Kentucky KY, keep DEI! Kentucky KY, keep DEI! Kentucky KY, keep DEI!
Kentucky KY, keep DEI.
Kentucky KY, keep DEI!
Kentucky KY, keep DEI.
No hate, no fear! Everyone is welcome here!
No hate, no fear. Everyone is welcome here.
No hate, no fear! Everyone is welcome here!
No hate, no fear. Everyone is welcome here.
No hate, no fear! Everyone is welcome here!
No hate, no fear. Everyone is welcome here.
No hate, no fear! Everyone is welcome here!
No hate, no fear.
Everyone is welcome here.
All right, guys, we are ready to start preparing for our march. We have 2 different march routes that are going to be happening today. I will never, in any other circumstance, ask what I'm about to ask. But could I get all of the American flags to come down just a couple of inches, except our friend in the middle, who is our designator? If you see this American flag that is waving high, this is where our delineation is. If you are in front of that flag closest to the stage, you're marching with me. If you are behind that flag, you are marching with Craig. So we have 2 marches that are going to happen. We're going to meet back up and march together for the final leg of the march. Each route is 1/4 of a mile approximately. So if all goes well, we're gonna take up a lot of City Street and then march it in really strong together on this last stretch coming in through the courtyards. So we're gonna take just a few minutes to get our peacekeepers and our chant leaders in line, and then we'll make an announcement that we're ready to get started. As we march, stay on the sidewalks. We are not obstructing traffic today. Follow the leadership. If you hear a chant leader telling you to stop, you stop. If you notice anything out of place, you find a yellow vest and report it so that we can handle it. Everybody good? All right, let's have some. Oh wait, Brian's got one more thing.
While we're ready to get started, check out our tables. Our AFT table does have registering to vote. So the number one thing you can do to take action is be registered to vote.
All right, let's go, drummers!
really, really good turnout today. Really good turnout. So there'll be 2 marches. I'm going to go with the march on this side, and the other streamer is going to go with the march on the other side. And so we'll get going here in just a minute. I figured I'd grab me a cigarette. Since I'm in the middle, I'm not around everybody, I can smoke a cigarette real quick. So once we get marching, I won't be able to smoke. I love that there's a lot of flags that they're hung. I love all the flags that are here, but I love the ones that are hung upside down because that's actually how you're supposed to hang your flag when you feel like your country's in distress. Good turnout today.
We'll be right back.
Right behind you.
All right, you can hear me?
Be divided. The people united will never be divided. The people united will never be divided. United. Let's get loud, y'all, so they can hear us. The people united will never be divided. 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 The united will never be divided. The people 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 united will never be divided. Will never be divided. The people united will never be divided. United will never be divided. The people 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 united will never be divided. The people, united, will never be divided. We got people still coming. The people, united, will never be divided. 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 The people, cutie pie. The people, united, will never be divided. Let's do it, DC here, Shaw. The people, united, will never be divided. The people, united, will never be divided. The people, united, will never be divided. They're still coming. And mind you, we have one protest is going that way, one is going this way. United, will never be divided. The people, united, will never be divided. The people, united, will never be divided. Will never be divided. The people, united, 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 will never be divided. Oh, it looks like there's a protest that's coming this way that also. The people, united, will never be divided. 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 Will never be divided. The people, united, will never be divided. The people, united, will ever be divided. The people, united, will never 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 be divided. Really, really good crowd. As you can see, there's still tons of people down that way. Go check on the front of the line. No fear, no hate. We don't want no fascist state, no fear, no hate. We don't want no fascist state, no fear, no hate. We don't want no fascist state, no fear, no hate. We don't want no fascist state, no fear, no hate. We don't want no fascist state, no fear, no hate. fascist state, no fear. No hate. We don't want no fascist state, no fear. No hate. No fear. No hate. We don't want no fascist state, no fear. No hate. We don't want no fascist state, no fear. No hate. We don't want no fascist state, no fear. No hate. We don't want no fascist state. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Yeah, the car's honking. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. Yeah. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho.
Donald Trump has got to go.
Hey, hey, ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho.
Donald Trump has got to go.
Hey, hey, ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go. You're good, babe. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go.
Donald Trump has got to go.
Hey, hey, ho, ho.
Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey.
Ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go. Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey. Show me what democracy looks like. 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 I like your ink. Show me what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. That fucking wind feels great. Show me what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy.
This is what democracy
looks like. Thank you. I love the red lips.
Thank you.
democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey. Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey. Oh, oh. Hey, hey. Oh, oh. Donald Trump has got to go. Oh, oh. Donald Trump has got to go.
Donald Trump has got to go.
What's up, everybody? We're in Lexington, Kentucky at the No Kings protest. My voice, I think I'm losing a little bit, but that's okay. This is the second protest today. Sure, by the end of the night, I probably won't have a voice. So we drove down here after the Louisville protest to come support everybody in Lexington because that's what it's all about. It's all about us being united. It's all about us supporting each other. And we have a one common goal. We don't have to agree on everything, but one thing we got to do is fight for our rights. And that means everybody's rights. So here we are, and we're going to continue to show up, and we're going to continue to get bigger, and we're going to continue to get more often. So grab a friend and join us. Stand on the right side of history. People always ask, like, how's the community's response? As you all can hear, tons of cars coming by, honking horns. We have over 2,000 people that are here. There's 2 protests simultaneously going on right now. We have this one that's going around this way. We have another one going down that way. And then we're going to meet in the middle and come in all together. So pretty powerful. I'm going to cut through because I want to see. Now you can see we have people all the way up there. I don't know if you can see them. All here. And there's still people coming. I'm glad to say it's fucking hot. Jesus, I'm sweating and I love it. So we got more people coming. But this is a really, really good turnout. Really, really impressed with Lexington. I love the way the setup is. They have drums, they have speakers, all kinds of booth setup for trainings and information on how you can get involved. Because protesting is good, but the biggest protesting we could ever do is take care of our community. When you take care of your community, less people are having to go without. So there's all kinds of different ways to get involved. And this is a national protest. So there are, in every 50 states, multiple counties and cities that are doing this today. No fear. Everyone is welcome here. No hate. No fear. Everyone is welcome here. I'm going to cheat. As you can see, all the way up there. All the way down there. I was like, I'm cutting through. I'm cheating a little bit.
Do you know who organized the protest?
There's a couple different people. If you talk to the people in the yellow vest, they'll be able to give you all the information.
All right.
I'm just streaming.
Thank you.
Yeah. People power. People power. People power. People power. That's right. People. Power. 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 Sorry, my hair got in my face. It's the second protest today. I'm like, my voice is going to be gone by the end of the night. Hey, hey! Oh, Trump has got to go! Hey, oh, Trump has got to go! Oh, Trump has got to go! Oh, Trump has got to go! He can take Elon with him. I'm just throwing shit in. Ho, Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey. And there are still people coming. This is beautiful. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Just about every car that has rode through has honked and waved and support. It's a nice little walk. Ho, ho! Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Hey, hey! Ho, ho!
Donald Trump has got to go.
Hey, hey! Ho, ho!
Donald Trump has got to go.
Hey, hey! Ho, ho!
Donald Trump has got to go.
Hey, hey! Ho, ho!
Donald Trump has got to go.
Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Hey, hey! Ho, ho!
Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey! Ho, ho!
Thank you.
Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Donald Trump has got to go.
I could definitely use your help, so if you want to, knock it out. He's got legs. Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey! Ho, ho!
Donald Trump has got to go.
Hey, hey! Ho, ho!
Donald Trump has got to go.
Hey, hey! Ho, ho!
Donald Trump has got to go.
Hey, hey! Ho, ho!
Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey! Ho-ho! Donald Trump has got to go. Around in the back.
All right, we're getting to the point where we should all be meeting in with each other.
Hey, hey! Ho-ho! Donald Trump has got to go.
Try to get up front so I can catch that. Ho, ho! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! My voice is like, hey, hey, ho, ho. That's all right. I got lemon and hot tea waiting for me when I get home. I probably got fucking red hair dye going on my face. I'm sweating. Hey, hey! Ho, ho!
Donald Trump has got to go.
Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Hey, hey! Ho, ho!
Donald Trump has got to go.
Hey, hey! Ho, ho!
Donald Trump has got to go.
Hey, hey! Ho, ho!
Donald Trump has got to go.
Hey, hey! Ho, ho!
Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Donald Trump has got to go.
Power! Power!
When I say people, you say power. People.
Power!
People.
Power!
Show me what democracy looks like!
This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like!
This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like!
This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like!
This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like!
This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like!
This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like!
This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy
All right, the other group.
looks like.
My poor voice. The other group is coming up. Show me what democracy looks like!
This is what democracy looks like!
Show me what democracy looks like!
This is what democracy looks like!
Show me what democracy looks like!
This is what democracy looks like!
Oh. Show me what democracy looks like!
This is what democracy looks like!
Show me what democracy looks like!
This is what democracy looks like!
Show me what democracy looks like!
This is what democracy looks like!
Show me what democracy looks like!
This is what democracy looks like!
Show me what democracy looks like!
This is what democracy looks like!
Show me what democracy looks like!
This is what democracy looks like!
Show me what democracy looks like!
This is what democracy looks like!
Show me what democracy looks like!
This is what democracy looks like!
Hey, hey! Oh, oh! Donald Trump has got to go!
Donald Trump has got to go!
Hey, hey! Oh, oh!
Donald Trump has
See,
got to
we got
go!
another group coming in. So we have a protest coming in through this way. We have us coming down this way. Don't encounter. Don't engage. Show me what democracy looks like!
This is what democracy looks like!
Show me what democracy looks like!
This is what democracy looks like!
Show me what democracy looks like!
This is what democracy looks like!
Show me what democracy looks like!
This is what democracy looks like!
My voice is about shot.
This is what democracy looks like! This is what democracy looks like! This is what democracy
I'm sorry,
looks
baby.
like!
Go ahead. No, go ahead. I am totally apologize.
Democracy looks like!
Just walking with my head in the cloud for a second.
This is what democracy looks like! Sounds like your voice is going out.
Oh yeah. Well, this is the second protest I've done today. And I usually chant because I got a big ass mouth. Except for right now. Show me what democracy looks like!
This is what democracy looks like!
Show me what democracy looks like!
This is what democracy looks like! This is what democracy looks like!
Show me what democracy looks like!
This is what democracy looks like!
Show me what democracy looks like!
This is what democracy looks like!
Show me what democracy looks like!
This is what democracy looks like! This is what democracy looks like! This is what democracy looks like! This is what democracy looks like! This is what democracy looks like!
And we still have
This is
1, 2, 3, 4 blocks of people still walking through. And then now we have another protest coming from this way. So the whole city literally, well, this part got touched. We had people come in the middle way. We had people come in both sideways. And it's just good to show people that people are standing together. Peacefully. I can scream, but I can't talk, I guess, apparently. It's my luck.
King said,
kings then!
No kings now!
No 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 kings then! Yay! The people united will never be divided. United. I'll try to come in on the corner where everybody's meeting and coming through. I think that'll be a good shot. Oh, that wind feels great. divided. The people, united, will never be divided. United, will never be divided.
The people, united, will never be divided. The people, united, will never be divided.
Oh yeah.
Will never be divided. People, united, will never be divided. People, united, will never be
The letters coming
So as everybody is making their way back, got moms doing actions out today.
You guys hear me here? I am a cis male in my 60s. But right now I'm so much more than that. Right now I'm a trans. Right now I'm a lesbian. I'm gay. I'm like this sweet young woman up here. These words that our military are called. And these bastards are making fun. I'm her too. And I will fight to my dying breath. All of them. And that's one thing that the MAGA Nazis don't get, is the idea of RT Bro. Yeah, I'm spurred to action because I'm worried about the future of my grandchildren. I'm worried about the future of your grandchildren too. And I will fight and die for you too. Whatever it takes, we will end this fucking fascist threat to our country. Fight the power.
Hey guys, I just want to encourage everybody to go ahead and keep moving forward as you get back from the march so that our marchers have somewhere to go. Otherwise, people are going to think it's over, they're going to want to leave, and then all of our amazing speakers are going to be talking to no one. So we're going to do a couple more open mic testimonials, then we're going to get some drums going again, get the energy back up. Following that, we do have 3 more speakers, and then we're going to open it back up for testimonials again at the end. So make sure you stick around, check out all of the activity tables at the back there, make sure that you've followed all of the organizations and all of that. So I'm going to open it back up to testimonials now. Thanks for moving forward.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here tonight, or this afternoon. As you can see, I'm a 73-year-old plus Vietnam veteran. And we are on Earth One. In my 73 plus years, I've never seen our democracy in such peril. Many of you my age and older remember the mid-60s when our cities were being burnt down. In order for us with our citizens to be granted constitutional rights to vote. In the later 60s,
More protesters still coming in. See if I can find my other streamer. I'm going to tell her about what the court's holding Donald Trump into contempt.
Thank you for screaming.
Oh, thank you for being here.
It's not too bad, but you got to do all.
Sorry, baby.
Great hair.
Thank you, thank you. See if I see my other streamer.
Hey, go on, Pat. Hey, you.
Yeah, you did.
The administration can facilitate their return. And afford them the due process of law which our constitutionally is guaranteed.
Thank you!
Never in my 73 plus years have I witnessed an administration totally negligent of federal and Supreme Court orders, which by definition, this is a violation of high crimes and misdemeanors. That is an impeachable offense. The Trump Gestapo and his cronies, they're retaliating against those who oppose the administration, and I am sorry to say that the universities and law firms have capitulated to this asshole. Now, if I needed law assistance, I wouldn't go to one of these law firms. If they can't protect themselves, you're going to protect you? I mean, that just blows my mind. And I'm not even a lawyer.
Hold that for a second. I'm going to see if they'll make an announcement about it. Yeah.
In my 73 years, plus years, I've never witnessed an administration that had a playbook. Project 2025 to speak of. It was written in order to destroy America. Oh, I missed the page. There we go. It's Project 2025. As I've studied
Check AP.
economics.
I heard they're reporting it.
Studied history of Hitler, and we are on that same pathway, which scares the fuck out of me. Deporting anyone without due process is a crime. You know, maybe many of you don't know who Neumiller during Russia or Germany during World War II was a pastor, and he said this: first they came for the Jews, and I did not mind because I was not Jewish. Then they came for the labor unions, which this asshole Trump is going after. And I didn't care because I was not a labor union. Then it came for the Catholics. Who's Catholic out there? They came for the Catholics. And then they came for me. He was he was a Lutheran
That ain't
priest,
what
I
it seemed
think,
like they were saying on here.
pastor in Germany. And they came for him, and he said,
She said AP
there's
was
nobody to protect me. We got a president who, again, in my lifetime, I've never witnessed, even Nixon, who was a shithole of president, understood that the Constitution has more
Amanda,
power
if you're
than
in
he
here,
does.
let me know so I can ask you a
This
question.
president thinks the Constitution he owns, and that is not right.
If she comes back in, I'll see what she
You out there, all of you, every one of us, have to tell 5 people in next election, get these people rooted out. Now, if you want me to go on to tariffs, I majored in economics at Marquette University. Oh, and eugenics. Oh, yeah. My brain's bigger than all of them.
All right, guys, we're going to do one more testimonial, then we're going to get started back with our drumming. We're going to get some chants going, and then we're going to have our program speakers come up. We've got some amazing speakers left for the rest of the afternoon. Again, don't forget to stop by all of the booths, get signed up, follow all the organizations and all of that. So let's give it up for Steve? Question mark?
My name is Steve Stone. I belong to two churches. I'm both a Quaker and an ordained pastor in the Church of the Brethren. My religion has
they were
a
saying, though,
assistant
about your org.
citizenship seminar every
They were
spring.
saying about the org.
And one of the things we try to teach our youth, and this is a seminar for youth, is that since we live in a democracy, we have a responsibility to elect the public office people who reflect our values.
Live stream on
And so we do need to work to see that
We were trying to figure something out.
the people in office do reflect our values, but our work doesn't stop there. We lobby, we write letters to the editor, we march, we demonstrate. There are a number
The
of
AP
ways
is
that we
reporting
continue
all
to
over
hold the fire.
the
As I
rallies.
read scripture,
I just read where the
I
courts
am
have
well
held
aware
Trump in
that,
contempt and can pick him up.
Jesus
Not sure if
was
that will
a
happen.
refugee.
Oh yeah, that was
And he was a
I
threat
don't
to
think
the
they'll pick
people in power.
I would love that to happen.
So the Herod had asked the wise men to tell him where they were. He said his reason was so he could worship him, and the reality was it was so he could murder him. And so God intervened, and Joseph fled and went south. I am also a chaplain here at a place called Participation Station. It's a drop-in center for people with mental illness. The people that I serve, the people that I minister to, depend on Medicaid. They depend on a lot of different services that include federal funding. They'll be at risk if they lose federal funding. They depend on disability payments. So with responsibility to those that I serve, I have to work through it. Finally, Jesus was not a ruler. He wasn't Pilate. He wasn't one governing. He was a servant. And that idea of servancy and what you can do for your country. My wife and I served in an organization that was a forerunner of Peace Corps. And I spent a couple of years in Southeast Asia working in rural community development. She worked in home economics. So a lot of the people, Peace Corps is the kind of service to others that is at risk.
Can you hear me good? Can you hear everything good?
That was only a couple years as a volunteer. Many of those people who wanted to help people in other lands for a lifetime, once their volunteer decade was up, they went ahead and worked for USAID. And so that there are many ways that I was so proud, so happy to see that we didn't limit ourselves to those of our ethnicity or to those of our national origin, but we had a concern for other people, and I'm deeply troubled that USAID is being demolished.
All right.
I was like, Jesus.
It's me. I don't know. Hey guys, all right, we're gonna get some drummers going for us, I believe, and we're gonna just mill about. I think we still have a couple of marchers coming in, so we're gonna try to let the whole crowd get in. Thank you. Before we start the next round of speakers, so you got a few minutes if you need some water, stretch. The first aid.
That was a nice catchphrase.
At the back if you need it. So give us just a little bit. We're gonna do some drumming and some chanting.
All right, so they're still waiting for some people to get in. Some food. I'm starving.
You wanna do a Q&A?
Sure. We're gonna do a Q&A, guys.
All right. Summer's here. What up? Ah!
We need chants. You want to do a chant?
We're taking a break, waiting for the other marchers to come in.
All right, let's go.
Do you guys have any questions we can answer for you?
Okay.
Yeah, any questions you guys have?
Are you guys ready to use your voices again?
You're very welcome.
Silence is compliance. Our voice is our defiance.
Silence is compliance. Our voice is our defiance.
Silence is compliance.
Silence is compliance.
Our voice is our defiance.
Our voice is our defiance.
Silence is
There were not any
compliance.
reps that came
Silence is compliance.
We had some speakers from some other organizations, but we wanted to make
Silence
sure
is compliance.
that
Our voice is our defiance.
our voice is our defiance.
Fascism defeated must never be repeated.
Fascism defeated must never be repeated.
Fascism defeated.
Fascism defeated
Fascism defeated.
must never be repeated.
Fascism defeated.
Must never be repeated.
Fascism defeated.
Must never be repeated. So no, there are no reps that came out. We were trying to keep this more community focused and community organization focused rather than hear it from our politicians.
Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what community looks like.
This is what community looks like. We also
Show me
need to
what
start.
unity looks like.
This is what unity looks like.
Show me what resistance looks like.
This is what resistance looks like.
Representatives.
This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what community looks like.
This is what community looks like.
Show me what unity looks like.
This is what unity looks like.
Show me what resistance looks like.
This is what resistance looks like.
How was the Missouri protest, Sebastian?
Welcome back, Lexington! Look at you all. You are still standing, still strong, still loud. Yeah.
This QR code.
I hope you had a beautiful time on your march. Those of us that stayed had a beautiful time speaking our piece to each other.
Our website.
Every step you take together is a step towards justice. Let's keep the energy high as we roll into our second round of speakers. This is where we bring it all home.
All right, so first up after the march is someone who always reminds us what we're fighting for, people, not profits. So please welcome Hope Brown, a teacher at Woodford County High School, a fierce advocate for civil rights and democracy.
I stand before you as a proud grandmother of an autistic grandson and a proud grandmother of a grandson who is part of the trans community. I stand here as a teacher of 23 years who has devoted my career to marginalized students. And I am so glad to see you. I'm glad to see you because we know something that many politicians have forgotten. We remember that this country was never meant to be ruled by a king. Not in 1776, and hell no, not now. But right now, in Kentucky and beyond, we've got folks in power acting like monarchs, deciding what gets taught, deciding which books are banned, and deciding who gets erased. Let's be real. This is not about divisive content. This is about trying to control. This is about censorship. They're scared of the truth. They're scared of students who can critically think, and they're scared of me. A teacher who will not bow down. And now they're holding schools hostage, threatening to withhold federal funding unless we strip out anything that smells like diversity, equity, or inclusion. Let me be blunt. This isn't about parents' rights. This is state-sponsored censorship. I teach AP African American Studies at Woodford County High School. When states like Florida and Idaho and Iowa started banning the course, most people backed away, afraid of the political backlash. But I stepped forward. I believe our kids deserve the full story. And I wasn't going to let fear dictate what they could learn. I am proud to say that my school was only one of four in the entire state that taught AP African American Studies. And let me tell you what happens in my classroom when students learn the truth. They stand taller. They speak louder. And they feel seen. One of my students, as I was packing up to leave for the day, swung by my classroom and said, Miss Brown, I feel blessed to be able to take this class. You want to know what DEI looks like? That is what DEI looks like. DEI is not a threat. It is a lifeline. And still, books are being pulled, funding is being weaponized, and politicians are targeting teachers like me just for doing our job.
We got your back! Woo!
And let me say this as clearly as I can. I don't work for kings. I work for kids.
That's right!
Say it with me. We don't work for kings. We work for kids. We don't work for kings. We work for kids. We don't work for kings. We work for kids. We're not going to sit back while the state turns schools into some kind of echo chamber. We're not going to erase Black history. We are not going to silence queer kids.
That's right.
We are not going to let a dictator dictate whose stories get told. DEI is a promise. A promise to students who've been left out, pushed aside, or told to disappear. So here's what we say today. No kings, no crowns, no censorship. Not in Kentucky, not in public schools, and definitely not on our watch. And while I am so glad to see you here today, I need to see you someplace else. I need to see you at school board meetings.
That's right! That's exactly
Because the people who are anti-DEI, they show up for school board meetings. I need you to run for site-based council. Because Moms for Liberty are at site-based and they are running for those seats.
Yep.
I need to see you in those buildings. One more thing I need you to do for me. I need you to support the teachers in Fayette County who are pushing for collective bargaining to safeguard our kids. Thank you so much.
Now, that is the truth right there. I'm a little biased because I'm also a teacher, but that is the truth. I just want to let you know, someone turned in a pair of glasses, so if you lost a pair of glasses, we might have it up here. I'm just too loud. All right, let's get our voices back in gear with another chant. Let's go.
No hate, no fear. Everyone is welcome here. 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 No hate, no fear.
Everyone is welcome here. All right, coming up now, someone who has put in a serious work to protect our communities and push back against injustice. If you are in Lexington, you have likely seen him and other members of Peaceful Blue Virus Resistance holding signs and raising awareness down in Hamburg or out by the mall the past few months. Let's hear it for Lexington's own Craig Blair.
Hello. "250 years ago, our founding fathers took a stand. They said no to the rule of a king. They said no to a wealthy ruling class. They said no to a government focused on controlling what they could say, what they could read, and how they could worship. They said no to the unjust imposition of tariffs and taxes. Our founding fathers refused to tolerate these injustices from their tyrannical king. Their king made judges dependent on his will alone. He cut off their trade with all parts of the world. He imposed tariffs and taxes without their consent. He deprived them of trial by jury. And their king transported them across the seas to be jailed in foreign prisons. Does that sound familiar? Then on this day, April 19th, 250 years ago, our founding fathers began the revolution at the Battle of Lexington in Massachusetts. Our Kentucky forefathers, in a small camp on the bank of Elkhorn Creek, were so impressed by these courageous acts that they named their camp, now our home, Lexington. And for 250 years, Kentuckians have stood against tyranny. For 250 years, America has been a model to fledgling democracies. For 250 years, America has tried to move forward. God knows we don't always get it right, and it hasn't been easy. But for 250 years, America has moved toward equality, toward equity, toward tolerance. For 250 years, we have said we can do better. Until now. Now this administration tells us those were the good times. Those tyrants are the people we should revere. Those policies are the rules we should embrace. That only by going back to a time when brother killed brother and citizens worked for kings, only by going back can we make America great again. Our would-be king is repeating history because he doesn't know history. He doesn't understand history. He is harassing dissenting judges. He is imposing nonsensical and reckless tariffs and creating a potentially catastrophic trade war. He is arresting students for writing op-ed pieces. He is sending people to foreign prisons without due process. And he is repeatedly attacking the most vulnerable and marginalized people in our society. Our would-be king doesn't know that America has a long tradition of vanquishing tyrants, both foreign and domestic. Well, today we say no. We don't want to make America great again. We want to make America greater. We say no to your unlawful arrest and imprisonment. We say no to your xenophobia and racism. We say no to your infringement on our rights. We say no to your tariffs and taxes, your cronyism and grift, your attacks on the very institutions and practices that define our democracy and our country. So now we gather to look forward, past this MAGA cult, past this tyrannical president, to a day when America will once again pick up the mantle of progress and carry it forward. We start today, but we must not falter. We have a long journey ahead. When we leave here today, we need to do 4 things. 1, keep protesting. Stand up. Speak out. 2, keep making phone calls, sending emails, and visiting our legislators. Make our voices heard. 3, show the world what we are doing. Write letters to the editor, post on social media, share our efforts far and wide until the news outlets have no choice but to cover us. And 4, find candidates that we can support and then volunteer for them. We do these things so that 250 years from today, our children's children's children will have the freedom and the equality to stand here and say, on April 19th, 2025, they came together in Lexington, Kentucky, and they said no to hate. They said no to greed. They said no to a small man that would be king. Now show me what democracy looks like. democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
All right, guys, keep that applause going for Craig. Yeah. Lexington is showing up today. I could not be more proud of this new city that I moved to just 3 short years ago. I am so glad to be your neighbor. Now, if you guys need a break, take a break, find a place to sit down. I know that march was grueling. It's hot. Make sure you're hydrating. Stretch if you need to. Again, we've got the tent back there if you need an emergency snack or anything like that.
All right. This next voice has been a steady force in our fight for justice and equality. Give a big Lexington welcome to the first Black trans woman to run for House office and co-chair for the Trans Wellness Coalition, Ms. Karma Bell Marshall.
This is what community looks like.
This is what community looks like.
That's right, that's right. Hello, all of you beautiful people. My name is Karma Bell Marshall, and I stand before you as a proud Black trans woman, a daughter of resilience, a descendant of rebellion, and a dreamer of freedom. I'm honored to speak to you today under a banner that rings loud and clear. No kings then, and no kings now. Let's talk about what that means. When we say no kings then, we remember the revolutionaries who said no to monarchs and empires. We remember the people who rose up against tyranny, not just the powdered wigs in Europe, but the overseers, the slave owners, and the colonizers. My ancestors didn't bow to kings, they broke chains. They sang freedom songs, and they crossed oceans in the belly of horror and still dreamed of liberation. But here's the truth, ladies, gentlemen, thems, and in-betweens. The struggle didn't end with the fall of the crown. No kings now means we still say no to those who want to rule over us. Not in golden thrones, but in police stations, courtrooms, corporate boardrooms, and capitol buildings. No kings in black robes who legislate hate from the bench. No kings in billion-dollar suits who profit prisons, poverty, and pain. No kings in state houses who strip away health care, ban our bodies, and silence our voices. And I will say it plain, there are no kings in this movement. No one is coming to save us, but all of us can save each other. Because this is a fight for freedom. This is a march towards justice. It is leaderful. It is communal. It is rooted in the wisdom of the unheard and the power of the marginalized. Black trans women have always been on the front lines. From Marsha P. Johnson throwing the brick to sisters building mutual aid today, we have always said no one gets left behind. So when we say no kings now, that also means no saviors, no heroes, no figureheads who can erase the very people who built this movement. We don't need another king. We need liberation. We need housing. We need safety. We need joy that is unconditional. We need a world where we don't have to fight just to be seen as human. And when we build that world together, won't it be a happy day? So I ask all of you, my queer fam, my black and brown siblings, my friends, allies, accomplices, and ride or dies, don't wait for a king, and don't wait for no permission. Start where you are. Love louder than their hate. Protect each other like your life depends on it, because for some of us, it does. And when you march, you chant. When you build, do it with a fire in your chest and freedom in your hands. Because we are the revolution, and there are no kings in a free world. No kings then, and no kings now. Thank you. I love you, and let's keep this going.
Amazing.
Whoa! Oh, thank you so much, Emma, for bringing us an amazing, amazing message. All right. Make sure everybody, we're kind of getting to the end, thank you those of us that are sticking with us. Make sure you sign the banner. Maybe you made some art. You stopped by all of our sponsoring organization tables. You've registered to vote, and for some reason you hadn't done that. We're almost there, but not before we hear from Hadley Duvall, an absolute powerhouse and longtime voice for reproductive rights. Give it up, everybody!
Sorry, I'm a little short. Thank you all for being out here today. If you don't know who I am, I did an ad for Governor Beshear when he was up for re-election. In the ad, I talked about a pregnancy I experienced when I was 12 years old. I was impregnated by my stepfather after years of sexual abuse. And at that time, I knew I had options. I miscarried and I ended up very lucky. The 12-year-old me today wouldn't be so lucky. And there's a 12-year-old or younger or older that you know that's not lucky. And that's because the lawmakers in Kentucky don't want them to be lucky. We've tried to change the law. They won't hear us. After helping Governor Beshear get reelected, I went on to the Harris campaign and I traveled for her the entire summer. I went on a reproductive freedom bus tour throughout all the battleground states across the country. And all I heard were similar stories to mine. My story is not rare. It's just uncomfortable to talk about.
That's right.
It's uncomfortable to hear. I get it. But if you can't sit with me comfortably and listen to every detail of what I've experienced in my childhood, you shouldn't feel comfortable for a politician to tell a woman what to do with her body.
That's right.
Because I remember the first time I broke free from what felt like a king. And that was in 2017 when I found my voice to speak up against my perpetrator, and he went to prison. I'm not going to answer that question. Roe v. Wade was overturned in 2022 by Trump's Supreme Court. That day, I realized I was lucky. No matter what way you look at my story, I became a first-generation college graduate. I moved away from my hometown, and I'm breaking generational curses, and I've met an amazing community to help me do so. But there's someone out there who didn't get that. And I know that I am very blessed, and I have a full heart knowing that I can get up here and advocate and say what I want, because I have a privilege to do so. For now.
Right.
Since we have seen Roe be overturned, we knew they would be after much more. And in that time, we have seen people come together like never before. Storytellers, allies, and just people that give a damn. And that's important. It's important to bring your kids out here. It's important to let the younger generation know that they're welcome to have these conversations, to start these conversations, and to engage in these conversations. Every single one of you out there has a story. And you don't have to be violated first to care about something.
Right.
If you have something you want to speak up on, I really encourage you to do so. Find your voice, speak out. Because even though you think you might be the only one, there are a team of people behind you. I'll end with something a good friend of mine, Cecile Richards, who unfortunately passed away earlier this year, told me and a lot of activists that she met along the way. It's not hard to imagine future generations one day asking, when there was so much at stake for our country, what did you do? The only acceptable answer is everything we could. Don't let your fight stop here. This should just be the start. Take something you hear, take your photos, share them to social media. Show people that they have a community out there. There are others that will stand with us if we let them feel welcomed. Thank you all.
All right, Lexington, take a moment. Look around. This is power. This is resistance, right? And this is just the beginning. We are so thankful for every single one of you here today, and you didn't just show up, but you spoke up, right? And to help us keep this going, make sure that you get connected with the amazing coalition of organizations that made this event possible, that are already planning the next event. And I haven't checked the chat, but probably planning the next event as well, so that you can get involved, stay informed, and keep this going.
All right, well, I know that I speak for every one of our organizers, volunteers, and everyone that has made this day possible, that we are so proud to stand with you all, and I could not be more grateful to be a part of this community. I'm proud to be your neighbor, and I'm proud to stand beside you in the fight for democracy. So before we close out the program and open it back up for open mic and testimonials, let's get in one more chant. And I think this is one of our favorites, so let's have some fun. Let's take in the incredible energy of the community that we're building here, and I'll see you guys May 1st.
All right, guys, we've got to support each other. We've got to care for each other. We've got to look out for each other. We're all in this together. We're all that we've got. We have each other. It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to win.
It is our duty to win.
We must love and support each other.
We must love and support each other.
We must love and support each other.
We must love and
never be divided. The people united will never be divided. The people united will never be divided.
All right, everybody, thank you guys so much. Please, please, please stick around. We are going to have our testimonials opening back up. We have close to 20 of our community members who have said that they've got something to say. So show your support, stick around, and listen to what they've got to say. I believe first up we have Tyler.
Man, are we having fun out there today? All right, how about all the talking we're hearing? Like all the people that didn't even come. All right? And in solidarity, we are showing each other solidarity. And I just want to shout out, I don't know if this guy is still here, but there's a guy that had a sign that said ex-Trump guy. Let's make it extra loud for that guy. And that's solidarity. Because there's a lot of people right now that we currently see as on the other side of the fence, as supporting tyranny, as supporting authoritarianism, but really, they are just as scared and worried as you are. Yep. And that time will come when whatever red line in their mind is crossed, we're going to say, welcome. We've been waiting for you. We're so happy you're here. And that's really all I wanted to say. Solidarity is us all united against authoritarianism, no matter what their ideology is. If you're not violent and you're not a hate group and you stand against tyranny, we are friends. Thank you.
Sorry, our note card system isn't quite technical enough for us. We can't figure it out. So I think we've got Peggy coming up next. If Peggy is around still. Peggy, make some noise. Nope. Next name. Next name. This guy.
Howdy, folks. My name's Colin. I'm actually a Louisvillian. I drove down here today. Louisville's not doing it like y'all today, so that's why we had to come down here. It's amazing to see this number of people coming out. It really is. I just wanted to speak real quick, and I'll keep it short. Just to speak to the fact that what we're facing right now is a symptom of a cancer that's been eating away at our beloved republic for a very long time. Trump is a system of a broader cancer that we call class war. It's a class war that's been waged against working people in this country since its inception, essentially. And it is our job at this moment, when it is in its clearest form, when we see Elon Musk stepping in front of the camera, this is just a reflection of the way that things have been run in this country for a very long time. And it is our responsibility to put that broken, rotten system in its grave once and for all. And so what does that mean? What's the antidote? What's the medicine? What will inoculate us against this government of oligarchs, which we have identified, which has planted itself like these fat ticks on top of our republic? The antidote is solidarity. The antidote is a mass movement of working people who will rally like this today and do anything possible to make sure that we overturn these tyrants and we end this system based on greed and based on exploitation.
Just to make
And
sure
our
everything's
country has an
cool.
appetite for this. When we see 30,000 plus people showing out in places like Los Angeles, when we see 10,000 plus people showing up in Idaho for Bernie Sanders and for Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, there is appetite for that. And currently we have two paths before us. Either the Democratic Party will become the vehicle for this movement, one that boxes out the billionaire donor class that it has relied on for so long, at the expense of its working class base, at the expense of black and brown and multiracial working people. Or we break with that rotten party and form a party of working people, a mass movement of working people. Those are the two options. And so the Democratic Party establishment has a choice now. They can either recognize the energy inherent to this the way it did in the 1930s under FDR. It can rebuild and forge a stronger, more militant labor movement. Or it can decide to try and leave us to the wayside, and we'll build something new and stronger and better. And so to that end, the last thing I want to leave you with, there are two things that you should take away. One, if you have a union, get more involved with your union. If you don't have a union, build a union in your workplace. Yes. And then two, be sure after this, it is good and great and wonderful even to come out to protest and to rally like this. It is only the first step. Plug yourself into a mass organization and build a better world. Do the boring and long-term work that it takes to make this come to fruition. I personally have found a political home in the Democratic Socialists of America. You all here now have a chapter in Bluegrass DSA. I just attended a meeting this morning. There were 40 people crowding a tiny room on the outskirts of town. So I encourage you to join that organization or whatever organization suits your needs and build that better world. We can do it together. Solidarity forever.
All right, guys, I do not want to disrespect our friend Gollin. I just did not know his name. So thank you so much, Gollin. Our friend Angela.
Welcome, my brothers and sisters. Thank you all for coming out. So guess what? Tomorrow is the day. Tomorrow is the day that they decide if they're going to enact the Insurrection Act and have martial law. That will cut all of us out. We have to be strong. We have to stand up. We have people in this country that have been kidnapped by a state-sponsored organization called ICE. They've been sent to a concentration camp in El Salvador, paid for with our tax dollars. Who authorized that? This is not who we are.
No, it isn't.
The president and this administration are reckless and ruthless. He must be impeached. Representative Al Green intends to file articles of impeachment. We must stand behind him. We have searched for leaders. Representative Green is leading the way. You guys, we're in a constitutional crisis. This president and his Republicans are ignoring federal judges and his own hand-picked Supreme Court. All have ruled to bring people back or have blocked additional deportations. They're trying to ignore that. They are attacking our universities and shutting down our free speech. People need to pay attention. People need to stand against this regime.
And I got you one of those.
People need to make their voices heard. Please fall in line behind those who step up to lead us out of this mess before it's too late. Thank you guys so much. See you next time.
All right, that was our friend Angela, and up next we have Jim. Jim!
I'm Jim Turner. So about 30 years ago, actually 30 years ago today, I was thinking about it. I lived in Massachusetts. I was on Lexington Green to see the reenactment.
Louder.
I saw the reenactment of what were the first shots of the American Revolution. Back then, I thought, it's just a historical reenactment. This is just history. And it was sort of funny. They had, I think I read, it was like 77 Patriot soldiers and like 700 to 800 British soldiers. This was the night Last night would have been the night, but Paul Revere's ride, warning the Patriots that the British were coming to seize arms and to arrest other Patriots. I thought, this is just history. You know, here we go. What do we got? Lexington 250 this year. It's Lexington 250 in Boston, Massachusetts this year. But you know what? Kings and autocrats sort of work together. After the Boston Tea Party, the King in England passed a lot of acts, the intolerable acts. Some of those acts let the governor in Massachusetts appoint judges, sheriffs, they appointed jurors, they could change venue for a trial. It seems like a lot of repeats that we're seeing now. Exactly. But you know what, for today? If you look around, this is what revolution looks like here. Today, in Lexington. Stick together, go forth, register to vote, keep showing up, and we will do it.
Why do you want to know where we are, Special Joey?
All right, Jim, thank you so much. And up next is Miss Grace.
We're in Lexington.
Wow, the home of the Pussycats. Write down on my ear.
Hello, everybody. Sorry. So, I'm not a good public speaker, and I'm a little bit nervous.
We're doing great!
But I am a patriot, which means that I believe in liberty and justice for all people, no matter who you are or where you come from. I want to love this country. I do. It makes me want to cry. It breaks my heart. Everything that's going on. It's not just, it's treason and it's murder.
You got this!
And so, I guess I just wanted to say that your advocacy matters and your voice matters. And patriotism is not laying down, it is standing up for what is right. And real patriots have always made change in this country. They have always made change in this country. So when they say silence, we say justice.
You got this! You're doing amazing.
Dr. King said, hate eats upon the aggressor. So, thank you very much for coming out here today and for standing up for what is right. I'm proud of you guys and thank you for letting me speak. So.
She's awesome.
Grace, you did a great job. I'm very proud of you. Way to go! And next is that Oliver coming up.
Special Joey, we're by the Lexington.
Hello, everyone. I'm Oliver. I'm from Trimble County, Kentucky. I helped reestablish our Democratic Party. I'm the former secretary, and now I'm here for college. And my major is forestry, so as a freshman, it's a bit disheartening to see the service be defunded and torn apart, our forests being cut down with no new growth. But I'm glad to see everyone here who believes that the people can resist. I would like to give a little shout out to my Democratic Party President Justin, our Treasurer Dina, my mother-in-law Phyllis, my partner Liam, anyone who's ever supported me for my hometown because I know it's cute.
We all support you!
Now, the biggest protest that I've ever been to was one that I organized. And it was about 5 people on the corner of the courthouse in Indiana because nobody in Kentucky was going to have that. And it's just so great to see all these people here. And I really hope that you all join again and don't get tired, because I know that most of us are tired, me included. And every day may be a struggle, but you think of the past and the struggle was harder. And we couldn't have gotten to a point where we feel comfortable just to be out in the daylight, not fighting behind the scenes. And you being here really says a lot about how far we come and how far we can go. Resistance and solidarity forever. Thank you.
Yo, I'm real bad with names, but that was Oliver. Great job, Oliver. And up next, we've got our friend Charles.
What does this mean? What does this mean? I want to hear what it means. Come on, tell me. What are we going to do? Resist! 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 I can't repeat what everybody else has said because it's all been said. But it's been said in books. I'm reading a book right now you might find interesting. It's by the author Sinclair Lewis. And some of you heard of Sinclair Lewis and his works. Famous writer in the 20th century. It's a book written in 1936 that says, it can't happen here. But it does. It's the fascists taking over. Within the first month, this fella gets all Congress. They're all kicked out. This can't happen here. I want you to know it. It can't happen here. We don't want to see it. And watch out. It's moving very strongly in that direction. I want you to be very careful. And I want you to love one another.
All right, Charles, thank you so much for coming out. And up next, we're going to hear from our friend Lily.
Hi. As a 17-year-old girl who's disgusted by what our country looks like, I'm proud to be fighting, but I wish I didn't have to. I'm sad to say by the time I turn 18, I still have to wait to be able to vote Trump out of office. I'm tired of the horrible leadership in our country and ready for a change. I'm ready to see love in all places and equality for everyone. I'm ready to see acceptance of all people, no matter what race, sexuality, gender, or age, to be accepted in our country.
That's right.
Thank you.
All right, Lily, thank you so much. Now, guys, I just want to make a quick announcement that if there's anybody out there that's thinking, man, this has stirred something in me, I've got something I want to say, just come on up. We've got a little sign-up going. We do still have time for anybody that wants to speak. I think we're all going to stick around. So if you want to talk, come up and sign in. But otherwise, we've got, I'm sorry, I lost his name. I'm so bad with names. What's your name? Henry!
Up your sign, Henry!
Yeah, oh yeah.
Woo! There we go.
Thanks, everybody. So,
10 out of 10.
I want to talk briefly about DEI, because I don't like to say DEI. I like to say diversity, equity, and inclusion every single time. Because when they say DEI, they are hiding. When they say they want to dismantle DEI, they're hiding behind that acronym. What is it that they want? What is the opposite of DEI? Let's go through it. It's the opposite of diversity. What's
segregation?
Segregation, supremacy, maybe.
Separation. Separation's great.
Fascism.
Getting there. What's the opposite of inclusion? Exclusion. That's easy. Same with diversity, equity. I forgot equity. How did I forget equity? Poverty. The opposite of DEI is separation, inequity, and exclusion. What does that sound like to you?
Fascism!
Yeah. And we won't stand for it.
Right.
So, that's why we're here. Thanks, everybody.
Fuck Nazi! Fuck Nazi! Fuck Donald Trump! And that wind feels absolutely beautiful.
All right, I know his name is Kevin Henry. And up next, we're going to hear from Miranda.
All right, so I just wanted to speak for a minute. My name is Miranda. I'm a mom of 3, and I'm also a political content creator on TikTok by the name of Radical Jezebel. And I'm tired. I'm tired of the bullshit. I'm tired of this administration violating the 4th, 5th, 6th, 8th, 14th Amendment, Section 1, and Article 5 every single day.
Come on, girl! Let another speak!
All of these amendments set up what the process is, how it gets carried out, who is entitled to it. Spoiler, it's everyone.
That's right!
Who is a citizen? Spoiler, again, it's everyone who's born here.
Then you let a mama run the country.
Forbids excessive bails, fines, and cruel and unusual punishment. Side note, I think sending people to a foreign prison is pretty cruel and unusual. And how our constitutional amendments are amended. And I'll also give you a hint on that one. It's not through an executive order. The Supreme Court has repeatedly upheld those rights for everyone, regardless of documentation status. This administration and their merry band of Nazis don't give a shit about this Constitution.
You better speak!
Or the people they swore to protect. But the real reason I came up to speak was for the voiceless.
That's right.
For those who can't speak out of fear of Gestapo-like kidnappings in the middle of the night. For mixed status families. I'm speaking for those people. Most people don't know this, but 16 million American citizens have one or more undocumented family member. That number includes 5.9 million children.
That's right.
Here in Kentucky alone, it's estimated to be about 24,000 Kentuckians. That includes spouses, children, uncles, aunts, daughters, sons, cousins, and more. Only the most evil of people would separate families over paperwork. The Trump administration said they wanted people to come the right way, and when they did, they revoked their visas. When they did, they had ICE ambush them at their interviews for green cards. But you can bet they didn't refund a damn dollar of the thousands those people paid to get here legally. Why? Because it has never been about documentation. It has always been about bigotry, hatred, and white supremacy. I ask you now, regardless of your political affiliation, stand for families. Protect them. And that includes reporting ICE sightings to people over papers. You can find that website through juntoseguros.com. It will redirect you directly to that website. Help keep them with their families and safe, regardless of their documentation status. Why? Because it was once also illegal to hide Jewish people too.
Hashtag that shit in the comments.
Take a page out of the
And we
civil
can
rights
share this
movement
video.
and be brave, even though your knees shake. And if you're a white
Thank you very
person,
much.
use your privilege to protect those around you.
Yes, that.
Fellow white people, it's time to stand up and speak out.
Yes.
It's time we fix the shit our ancestors did. No crowns for clowns, no throne for hate. We'll vote, fight, march, and agitate.
Miranda is the mom.
Miranda, I like
All
it,
right, and next we
Miranda.
got Linda.
You got this.
Where's she at?
Didn't you have kids at Toronto Elementary School?
Huh?
Didn't you have kids at Toronto?
I did. You.
Okay, I have several. Oh my gosh. Gracie inspired me to be here. No, I'm not autistic, but okay.
Toronto's an amazing school.
I was a kindergarten teacher for 29 years. I retired last year. I was a proud member of the union, the JCPS.
Yep.
I was a building PR that went to all the meetings. I spoke out. That's one reason that I'm here. I have several reasons that I'm here. I have a son that's on the spectrum. He's married to a young lady that's on the spectrum. They have a child that's on the spectrum. They're all contributing to society. He works in IT. I don't know if he's ever written a poem or not. She may have. I don't know. I don't know if that's a requirement to be a citizen. If you're autistic, you have to write poetry now. But that's another reason I'm here. My third reason. I'm a naturalized citizen. I've been a U.S. citizen for 3 years now. I'm from Germany.
Yes!
I know my history. I know that the first concentration camps were not built for the Jews. They were built for the media. They were built for the professors. They were built to get rid of all of the opposition that they had before they started sending the Jewish people there. I'm currently right now fighting because I'm seeing my history repeated, and I know where that leads. So, and sorry if my voice is shaking.
You're doing
I am so inspired by all of the people that I see coming up here who say, I'm not a public speaker, but I've got something to say. So, all right, up next we got Kinsey coming up to talk.
Well, hi neighbors. How you guys doing? I wanted to talk about a documentary I saw about a month ago called Harlan County, USA. Yes. It is such an inspiring documentary, and I encourage every Kentuckian, either if you're from here or you're living here, to watch it. You know, living in Lexington my whole life, I have only seen the hardships that my Appalachian cousins and people just outside of the metropolis that is Lexington and Louisville, and how much they're struggling. I mean, 30 minutes, we have Frankfurt, who they're not getting any help for the things that they're going through. None to say, what I wanted to say is, coming together matters. Harlan County, USA talks about a 13-month-long strike that the coal miners and their wives and families did in trying to get rights that they deserve. And it worked. 13 months though, it worked. We can do it. We can do it. It takes us coming together, we're neighbors, you know? So I'm really proud of you all. I'm proud of everyone who's spoken. I'm proud of myself for speaking.
Yeah, you did amazing.
Thank you guys.
Thank you. Okay, now the next speaker doesn't want to be on camera.
So this next speaker does not want to be on camera, so we're just going to switch to where we can see all these beautiful people, and you'll be able to hear.
Hi, I'm Ian Cowan. Donald Trump should be disqualified because he's a toxic person and also a police, and also behaves like a police officer as well. And he wants to destroy Medicaid and Medicare and many other things. Donald Trump is an embarrassment, and he really doesn't care about any of you people out there, and we must do things to prevent more lives from being lost here. And we deserve more peace, respect, protect democracy and humanity, and so much more. And we should always be prepared for dangerous people out there when things happen unexpectedly and other undesirable things as well.
Good job. Keep each other safe. That's right. Doing great.
Okay, let me think.
Take your time, baby. You got this. You're doing amazing.
It's all good, buddy.
Best speaker so far.
Amen.
Amen.
And we must find our ways to outsmart Donald Trump and Elon Musk without them knowing or going through any details whatsoever.
Doing great.
Protect the people. Yes, protect the people.
We need to protect the people of every kind.
I think you did a really good job. You did amazing. Yeah, you did great. Best speaker.
I wish for a peaceful America.
You're doing good. You good?
Yep.
All righty. He didn't want the camera on him. That's why we turned around.
All right, Ian. And next we're going to hear from our friend Danny.
My name is Danny Morgan. I'm class of second at high school. I've never been so proud of Lexington, Kentucky than I am this week. Also, I've never been so proud like I have for Kentucky, for Lexington this week. I'll tell you what, guys, this is what it's going to take for it to fight this dump that we're in, this dump administration, okay? I mean, Trump, you can go to hell. Okay, we've got one thing all of us have in common here is that we're all sons and daughters of immigration. Yeah, I mean, we really are. We could name 30 things what we don't like about this administration. I want to take my number one thing. I've been diagnosed with cancer, stage 4. I've been fighting it for 4.5 years. But, the University of Kentucky, last week, Dr. Arnold told me, he says, your immunotherapy is fighting back. I don't have it in my brain now, and everything is fighting back. What scares me is that they're cutting the funds to the incubators of great science, Yale, Harvard, Northwestern, and got their claws in the University of Kentucky already. So this money that they're putting out scares me. And my second thing is what they're doing to the VA. I'm a veteran, but I did not lose my arm in the VA. My dad is in the VA in Wilmore, and it scares me, he's 95, that they're going to cut funds there. So guys, this next voting is coming in a year and a half, our congressmen or congresswomen, vote. That's the only way that we can transform this generation of crooks in Washington. Go Lexington!
All right, Danny, thank you so much. And up next, we're going to hear from Phil.
USAID is critical. I'll give you a specific example that you've probably already heard, but it's worth reminding. Zamzam Camp in North Darfur State was home for many years to 500,000 displaced people mostly from the Darfur genocide and also from the war that started about 2 years ago as of the 15th. That camp was bombed by the Rapid Support Forces, which is a militia from the last regime. If you remember the Janjaweed, well, now the Rapid Support Forces. They did what they did. They shot children, they shot women, they shot the elderly, and they videoed it and they posted it on the website. That's how much they think they are immune. And unfortunately, they are right. But also, USA was keeping those folks alive. One of the things keeping those folks alive, you know. What Musk did is an act of evil. That cannot happen. We must get USA going back again. And then for Darfur, if you want to have a guidance on that, the Darfur Women Action Group is led by a survivor, Nima Ahmadi. She's from Kebkabia, North Darfur State, not too far from where Zamzam is. And she's been in America for a while now. She's an old hand in DC. DarfurWomenActionGroup.org. They got a set up letter that you can edit and send to your representatives. They tell you this is an action week. So I'm really grateful to be able to come here and tell you about that. She's a survivor and she runs that, and I can vouch for her. She's great. Darfur Women Action Group, please go there for guidance and please reach out. Thank you so much.
All right, Phil, thank you so much. I believe that we are down to our very last testimonial. We're going to leave it for David, but before he comes up, I'm going to take this opportunity. You guys have heard me giving you a lot of instructions today and saying a lot of stuff that didn't really mean anything because it didn't come from my heart. So I'm going to tell you guys about why I'm here. I'm from Oklahoma. I moved here about 3 years ago. Woo! Yay!
Yay, yay!
In Oklahoma, 4/19 happens to be a pretty tragic day. I don't know if you guys remember that, but 30 years ago today was the largest domestic terrorism act on American soil, when they blew up the Oklahoma City Federal Building. I was a little girl when that happened. I mean, real little, not that old. I was a little girl when that happened, and I remember the feelings of helplessness as I watched on the news with my state in disarray and turmoil, and I remember the conversations with my mom saying, why did that happen? You know, there's no sense in violence like that. And you guys get that, we get that, and that's why we're here. But I want to make one more parallel, and I had a bunch of people say maybe you shouldn't make that parallel. There is an act of domestic terrorism happening every day our effing country right now.
Yep.
And I, like a lot of you out there, am a veteran of the United States, and I took an oath to defend our Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
That's right.
And I'm fucking proud of you guys for showing up to fight the terrorism that is happening in our country today. Oh, Brent's gonna squeeze in. I guess I'll.
I know, it's my privilege, I'm sorry. Hold on. Okay, I wasn't gonna speak today, but real quick, just one thing. Okay, so I have Asperger's, and I also work in IT. And I've never tried my hand at poetry. A certain someone needs to understand the fact is, we work good jobs and pay our taxes. Another fact that should take note, we're registered and we get out and vote. Okay? So words of ignorance can cause pain. Don't speak like you've got half a brain.
I tried to close it out, guys, but when you say we're closing the bar, everybody wants another shot. So we're going to have David, and then we got a couple more folks who said, wait, I didn't know it was over. So we're going to keep this thing going. If anybody out there has something they want to say, please come up so we can get you on the list. We're going to keep this party going with David.
Good afternoon. How are you? I want you to know that I love you. And I love the people on our side of the street, and I love the people on the other side of the street, and I love the people who think we are all idiots. I am not highly qualified to be at this mic today. I am not a politico. I am not deeply passionate about learning everything there is to learn. I've learned enough to know my position. And as I arrived here today, I realized I could have very little impact on anybody here. I don't think I could say anyone here to compel them. So I stayed on my bike. And I walked about 12 miles downtown today, riding around, getting cheers, getting claps, getting jeers, all kinds of things. And then my bike wandered over to university, and I found very few people there. And then my bike took me to Commonwealth Stadium. Does anybody know who's at Commonwealth Stadium today? The wonderful, amazing, progressive Tyler Childers. And I toured the tailgate area, slowly, on my bike. As I mentioned, I'm not highly qualified to speak, so this was a terrifying thing for me to do. I cannot have a very highly compelling, factual, engaging, bring them on, let's logic this out conversation with a lot of people. It's easy with people that agree with me, but I ran into 5 people today who said, hey, your flag's upside down.
That's the way it's supposed to be. Everyone's flag should be upside down.
I did not approach a single person, but 5 people approached me. And I said, oh, do you know what that means? And about half of them do. Raise your hand if you know what the upside down flag means. Okay, it means distress.
That's right.
And if they knew it was distress, or if they just gave me a funny look and said, I don't understand, then I said, oh, well, we're in distress here. Our country is under attack. And most of them said, yeah, America, fuck yeah, we're under attack.
America.
And maybe they had an idea to start with, or maybe I had to start. And I started with our judiciary is under attack. Our federal judiciary, who have ruled to uphold the Constitution, are getting threats in their homes. And their children are getting threats in their homes, their adult children. And that is why our judiciary is under attack, and I'm constantly, and I spend as best I can, and I'm not like the best at it. And then they would say something. Maybe Biden, maybe terrorists, maybe economy, maybe Russia. And I know some things about these things, but not enough to really, really engage. So I found something to agree on. I found some aspect of something they said that I could say, yeah, I agree. I'm with you on that part of it. Some of them, the best I could do was, yes, this is not respectful use of the flag. And I would speak to how it pains me to use the flag this way. It is disrespectful, and I am a supporter of the flag. I am a patriotic citizen. I have participated in flag retirement ceremonies. 4 of those conversations were quality conversations. They were peaceful, and they achieved various levels of engagement. Nobody convinced anybody of anything, but I listened carefully, earnestly. I didn't pretend to listen. I listened. And you know what happened when I did that? Woo! They listened. Right. Again, nobody changed, but we exchanged ideas. And I heard that some people feel safer now. And I said, well, that's good. That's a good thing. We should feel safer now. And I heard some people say, well, the economy's getting better. And I said, well, I want a good economy too. And found ways to talk about how we can feel safe so long as nobody, accuses us of being a terrorist. One gentleman, 4 were good conversations. One that got cursed out for 15 minutes. And he explained to me that someone who threatened Brett Kavanaugh pleaded guilty a couple days ago to that. I didn't know that. I'm not a politico. And I said, man, I hope they throw him in the prison. I hope they lock him up. He admitted to threatening another person. And he said, yeah. I said, I hope that if somebody accuses me of doing something, I get to get a trial too. And we talked about that perspective a lot. So I'm going over, I'm gonna wrap up here, but when you talk to people who don't think like you, or don't look like you, or don't show up to the same things you show up to, you've got to listen. You've got to be respectful. You have to show them that you care about what they're saying too. So as we engage with we the people, with Americans, we are all Americans along multitude spectrums of philosophies. And we really have to respect each other and not be divided. Thank you. I love you all.
All right, thank you so much, David. And next we got Wayne, but he said his name doesn't matter, so we're gonna call him Bob.
Bob, wait.
I was thinking that I'm glad my sponsor isn't here because he gives me shit over double dipping. If you know, you know. I know some of you guys are out there because I spoke earlier, but I'm asking you guys to be really patient with me. It's something that I just have to do. I couldn't find a guitar player, so it's just going to be me. I want you guys to listen to the words of Mr. Paul Simon. Yes. I'm afraid to shut clothes on. Right? Many's the time I've been mistaken, and many times confused. Yes, and I've often felt forsaken, and certainly misused. Oh, but I'm alright, I'm alright, I'm just weary to my bones. Still, you don't expect to be bright and born, live on so far away from home, so far away from home. And I don't know a soul who's not been battered. I don't know a mind that feels at ease. And I don't know a dream that's not been shattered or driven to its knees. But I'm alright, I'm alright. You can't be forever blessed. Still, when I think of the road we traveled, so far away from home, so far away from home, and I dreamed I was dying. I dreamed that my soul rose unexpectedly, and looking back down on me, smiled reassuringly. And I dreamed I was flying high up above. My eyes could clearly see the Statue of Liberty sailing away to sea. And I dreamed I was flying. Oh, we come on a ship they call the Mayflower. We come on a ship that sailed the moon. Oh, we come in the age's most uncertain hours to sing an American tune. Whoa, 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 it's alright. Yes, it's alright, it's alright. We can't be forever blessed. Still, tomorrow's gonna be another working day, and I'm trying to get some rest. That's all I'm trying, to get some rest. That's the only way I can say what I'm saying.
Yeah, nice voice.
All right, he gets his real name. Thanks, Wayne. And up next, we got Shannon.
We might have to point this down.
Shout out to short people.
Hashtag short people problems.
That's right.
So, my name is Shannon Kelly. I'm a leader with Women's March. I'm with Move On, Stand Up America. I'm also with our local chapter of Moms Demand Action. Too many things to name, more than that. Here we are 8 years later, still fighting the Trump regime.
Right.
There's a couple things I want to tell you all about local news. 1 in 3 Kentuckians receive Medicaid in the state of Kentucky. Recently, they passed House Bill 695, putting a work requirement on us.
Because of course, those of us that receive Medicaid, we don't want to work.
Right.
Pre-pandemic, I had 3 jobs. I called Robert Stiver's office, our Senate president, said, when was the last time you worked 3 jobs? I'm going to go with never. So I encourage everybody to look that up. I was able to speak with a Medicaid ombudsman at the governor's office. He explained to me, because it's 20 hours a week. I said, so do I not get to take a vacation? Do I not get to go see family? Do I not get to have a life? He told me that basically we have to work X amount of hours a year. So if we don't work that, we could lose our Medicaid. Lovely, right? Because, 1 in 3 of us doesn't deserve health care. The other one I want to make everybody aware of is currently Andy Barr is flirting with running for Mitch McConnell's seat. So we might have a very good chance, if we get the voters out, to take Andy Barr's seat and put a Democrat in there. Finally somebody who represents us, because Andy Barr has never represented me in my entire life, and I am 42 years old. I am pissed. Damn straight. The other one I just wanted to touch on real quick, because I heard somebody talk about it as I was walking back up here. I don't know if you talked about the documentary Harlan County, USA, but I encourage everybody to watch that. It came out, I do believe, in 1973, but currently I'm actually reading, I'm trying to look it up here. I'm reading a book called Blood Runs Cold. It is by Mark A. Bradley, and it is about the murder of Joseph Jock Yablonsky, who was running for president of the United Mine Workers of America, which is who Harlan County, USA was fighting to unionize with back in the 70s and even in the 30s. So I highly recommend everybody read that book because I currently cannot put it down. But for those of you that don't know, Joseph Jock Yablonsky was murdered along with his wife and their 25-year-old daughter in their home in Clarksville, Pennsylvania, December 31st, 1969. The person who had him murdered was Tony Boyle, the current president of the UMWA. In today's world, with all this anti-union sentiment, we are a right-to-work state, which needs to go away. I highly encourage everybody, join up with the union, be pro-union, and spread that word, because people forget why unions got started. They got started for better pay, better working conditions, benefits. Who's against that?
Right.
I'm just saying. But thank you all, and I'm very proud to see the turnout we had today. Every one of you should go home and be very proud of yourselves, because I've been protesting here a long time. This is the second biggest crowd I've ever seen. The only other one that dwarfed this was the first Women's March here in 2017, and we had approximately 4,000 to 5,000 people that time. Thank you all.
Thank you, and up next we have Angela.
Woo woo!
But I'll be posting videos from today on my page if I get
Short people problems again.
Shout out short girls.
I'm a born and raised Louisvillian, but a proud alum of the University of Kentucky. Go Cats! I'm going to talk a little bit about the kids, because we haven't heard a lot about what's happening with our kids in a little bit. I have 2 young daughters, a 14-year-old teenager and an 11-year-old. And I've had to talk to them about things that we shouldn't have to talk about right now. The fact that if they ever were attacked one day, and that's all I'm going to say because I know there's kids here and everyone uses different language, that I will do everything in my power to take them across state lines or to go to another country, illegally or legally, to get them the health care they need. Because the fact that they can't have freedom over their own bodies is disgusting.
Right.
And they know that mom has their back. Also, I'm a preschool teacher. I work with a very diverse classroom at the most actual Christian church I've ever been to. It's led by 2 women pastors who get it. Everyone there gets it. They get what Jesus was actually for. We have several legal immigrant families and kids in my classroom. The first day after Donald Trump got elected and we returned to school, all of us teachers were briefed on not allowing any ICE agents in the building. It was frightening. And I can tell you, I wouldn't let anyone come in and take my kids. My sweet little jokester who makes us smile every day, the little boy who's the class leader, all the kids who are so smart and learning and just there to have fun, hopefully not literally over my dead body, because I will not let them go. Another thing I haven't heard anyone say, although my sister and I arrived a little late, today is Holy Saturday. Holy Saturday. I'm agnostic myself, born and raised Catholic, so I don't know who here is Christian, but I'm willing to bet being in Kentucky, you're either Christian, maybe know a Christian, or you're ex-Christian. You probably know somebody. Tomorrow is Easter. I believe it's the 100th day Trump will be in office. Hitler's birthday, and the other events that I've heard today that happened in the past around this time. It just feels so big. And I wonder, the people who need to hear this aren't here. All the Christians who vote for Trump and support him, have they forgotten who they follow? Who they claim to follow?
Right.
The senator of Maryland went down to El Salvador and visited with, and I apologize if I say his name wrong, Kilmar Abrego Garcia. Was able to visit him, make sure that he is healthy, at least presented healthy, and deliver the message to his wife that he loves her and his family. And the Trump administration is blasting him, figuratively crucifying him on social media, because he did something Jesus would do. He visited the falsely imprisoned. He shared a message of love from this man to his family. And so I wonder how we get through to the Republicans who say they're Christian, but vote for Trump and think that he's on their side. Because as far as I know, he aligns more with the Antichrist than anyone else we've seen. So, my sister and I and our siblings were raised not to stir the pot. Well, guess what?
Stir that
We're
pot, baby.
stirring the pot.
Yeah! Stir that pot, girl. I like pot stirs. I like to explode them.
All right, and next up we have Jeremy to speak.
Yay! Stop pimping out. I know that's right. I love his signs. Yes.
Thanks, Tyler.
Bow chicka bow wow.
All right, I feel it's my responsibility to speak here today as an Appalachian and as a Teamster. There's Kentuckians suffering from floods while the Trump regime threatens FEMA and Social Security. I lost my mom when I was 15 from breast cancer, and now the NIH and pediatric cancer researchers are being directly attacked by Trump's crony, Elon Musk. These are attacks not just on our neighbors, it's on me and you. It's on each and every one of us. I will speak up for those people. I will use my voice for those who have no voice. Over the past few months, there have been many people deported simply for political activism. Elon's illegal agency, Doge, went after the NLRB first and foremost as a way to damage the labor movement and gather information on labor organizers. Muhammad Khalil, an organizer at Columbia University, Lalo Juarez, a farmhand and labor leader of Familias Unidas por la Justicia, that has been working to protect and expand workers' rights in his state since he was the age of 14. Kilmar Abrego Garcia, a union sheet metal worker who's currently being forced to work in a foreign concentration camp in El Salvador. I will speak for those who cannot. Now back to my background as an Appalachian. I was raised in the backyard of the Red River Gorge. I spent my childhood walking around those mountains and seeing the very land that those before me sacrificed so much to protect. Within the last month, Donald Trump signed an executive order to lift federal protections on those very lands I grew up exploring. The General Assembly of Kentucky just lifted red tape for coal companies, allowing them to pollute groundwater us common folk drink and wash with. We cannot go back.
We will not accept our beloved lands being destroyed so a rich person somewhere can give themselves a multi-million-dollar bonus.
Yes!
We won't accept our fellow workers being brutalized and unjustly sent to foreign labor camps without due process. We won't accept LGBT people being denied necessary health care. We won't accept women being denied the right to make choices about their own body. We won't go back. We will speak for those who cannot. An injury to one is an injury to all. Solidarity forever. They cannot silence our voices.
Yes.
And next up we have Taylor.
Hello, I'm Taylor Sloan. I'm part of the Bluegrass DSA. We at the Bluegrass DSA work together in order to try and stop issues with flooding. We try to help with mutual aid across Kentucky. Recently, I've gone to Frankfurt. I've seen how bad it is for both undocumented immigrants and for citizens, and our government has not stand to help the people there. I wish that we will elect a future candidate through the Bluegrass DSA that will help the people on the ground, through the people on the ground, instead of by corporations that end up paying for ads, but instead by the people through their words and mouth. We need Medicare for all. We need worker rights. We need to help the undocumented immigrants and the documented citizens of the United States of America, because without due process, there is no due process for any of us. We are all undocumented citizens across America. Thank you for your time.
Great speech. So good. It wants to go with you.
All right, and next up we have Laura and just two more speakers.
Hi. I just want to start saying I'm not a public speaker, but I want to say something that's on my heart, and I encourage anybody that feels like something's on their heart to say something, because I truly believe everybody's voice matters so much, and that's a big reason why I'm here.
That's right.
But I think something that I tend to remind myself, and I just want to remind anybody else too, is what Trump is doing right now is dividing our country, and that's the only way he's going to win. If we all stand together and remember that we are all so much more similar than we are different, we have so much more power than he knows we're capable of.
Yes. Yeah.
And I just want to remind everybody that we all need to stand together. I know sometimes it's really hard, and it can be hard to face somebody who has hate in their eyes, but at the end of the day, we're all people. We all deserve respect. We all deserve safety. We all deserve human rights. We all deserve love.
That's right.
And that's what our whole country was built on. So just remember that together we are so much stronger than we'll ever be alone.
Yes.
And our final testimonial today is from Will.
Yeah.
What's up, Lexington? Hey, you all have a lot to be proud of. We have the first trans person in our city council, which is national news. Okay, we have trans visibility here in downtown Lexington, Kentucky, and we need to pay attention to what's going on to marginalized communities and people who don't have a voice. So people who look like me, white men, need to stand up for those who are not white men, okay? We need to stand up and say no to tyranny and no to kings. Not then and not now, okay? Can I get an amen? Okay? Thank you. Okay, so I challenge all of you to not think of yourselves as just the person next door that doesn't say anything, or you feel okay because you just
held a flag in front of your house. You need to show up. You need to stand up. And you need to talk to the people at your workplace, at your church, at your community, in your parks, all across the state. I don't care if you're in Henderson, Kentucky, Paducah, Pikeville, Moorhead, Lexington, Ashland. Cincinnati is also kind of Kentucky, so, northern Kentucky, please, we're not forgetting you. And then areas like Russell Springs, Somerset, there's a lot of people all across the state who don't have a voice. And it is too hard for them to show up to these kinds of events. And so it's up to us to stand up and to represent them. We are part of the community and we are all one, okay? We do not support kings. We will not bow down, right? That's why we are here. So we need to speak loudly and make our voices heard for all of those who have no voice. I want to give a shout out to all the doctors, all the people who are in our government, who are just doing their jobs and trying to resist, all of the government workers who had to respond to those stupid Elon Musk emails. I know some of them personally in my family, and it's real. This is not just stuff you see on NBC and Fox News. It is real. It's in our front yards, our backyards, and in our living rooms, okay? This shit matters. This shit matters. And we need to give voice to all those who don't have the ability to come here today, or who didn't get the opportunity because they're not old enough to drive. This is the future that we are giving our kids. And if we don't stand up to provide something great for our kids, what have they got to look forward to? So we've got to stand up and do the right thing. Talk to your church. Talk to your synagogue. Talk to your employer. Talk to all of your friends. Talk to your family that don't want to talk to you about this because it's tough. And it's awkward. And it's weird. And like, you don't want to be labeled as the guy who just says something and makes everything awkward. But you know what? Sometimes good trouble is bad. So let's make some good trouble. All of you. We are all just individuals, but together we are so powerful, and you can't ignore us if we come together and stand up for what is right, despite what it says on social media. Screw that shit. Just do the right thing. Thank you. Long live the America. Long live the USA. And long live the state of Kentucky, the Commonwealth of Kentucky. You all are all my family, and we all shall stand together forever.
All right, well, there is definitely no way that we could possibly top all of those personal testimonials, but I just wanted to say thank you for showing up. My name's Sophie. I'm one of the co-organizers for 5051 Kentucky.
And I'm Megan, one of the co-organizers for 5051 Kentucky, and we have an announcement that our next day of action locally in Kentucky is going to be on May 1st.
And it's not just in Kentucky, that's another nationwide protest like April 5th. So on April 5th, we had over 5 million people protesting together across the entire nation. So we need your help to make April 19th even bigger than that. So May 1st, sorry, even bigger than that. It's currently April 19th. But make sure to talk to your friends, talk to your family, bring 5 people with you to the next one. And we're going to keep growing and keep fighting for every single person in this country. So thank you so much for coming. Please get home safe. And if you want to volunteer with us, we always need more organizers. So go to our website to help out with that.
And our website is 50501ky.com. We are also on all social media platforms except for X. Fuck Elon Musk.
That's right. What you said on what side was on? April 19th. 50501ky.com.
All right, everybody. That was our event for the day. It's been a long day. It has been a busy day. We are going to wrap this up. We're going to go grab some food. I will touch base with you all later on tonight. It was an amazing, amazing, amazing event. So, talk to you guys soon. Everybody have a great night. See y'all
That's
soon.
like I was saying to her, what's her name?
Sophie.
Sophie. I was telling Sophie, I said, people hate on protesters, and you have no